Welcome back to Timeless Sagas, the channel where we take you on a journey through the annals of history. Today, we're diving into a phenomenon that captured the hearts of millions and became a global icon, Pokémon. That's right, folks. We're exploring the history of those adorable, battle-ready creatures that have made their mark on pop culture and have revolutionized the world of gaming. So, grab your Pokéballs and let's jump straight into this timeless saga. It all began in the mind of a young boy named Satoshi Tajiri, who grew up in the rural outskirts of Tokyo in the 1960s. In those days, the world was a different place, with kids spending their days exploring the great outdoors and catching bugs. Yes, bugs. You see, Tajiri loved collecting insects, and, as he grew older, he noticed that the rapid urbanization of Japan was causing these tiny critters to vanish. This realization sparked an idea: what if he could create a game where kids could collect and trade creatures, just like he did with his beloved bugs? As Tajiri grew up, he became increasingly involved in the gaming community. In the early 1980s, he began writing and editing a fan magazine called Game Freak, where he met Ken Sugimori, who would later become the illustrator for Pokémon. Tajiri eventually turned Game Freak into a game development company and began pitching his creature collecting concept to Nintendo. Enter the legendary Shigeru Miyamoto, the man behind Mario and Zelda, who took Tajiri under his wing and helped turn his dream into a reality. Now, turning this simple idea into a successful game was no easy task. It took 6 whole years of development, during which Tajiri and his team faced numerous challenges and setbacks. But, like true Pokémon trainers, they never gave up. And, in 1996, Pokémon Red and Green were released for the Game Boy in Japan. The games were a huge hit, selling millions of copies in just a few months, and it was clear that Tajiri's vision had struck a chord with the Japanese public. The gameplay was simple yet addictive. Players would take on the role of a Pokémon trainer, exploring the world, catching Pokémon, and battling other trainers to become the very best, like no one ever was. The game's social aspect, which encouraged players to trade Pokémon with friends, was also a massive draw. A year later, in 1997, Pokémon Blue was released as an updated version of Red and Green. The game's popularity quickly spread beyond Japan's borders, and in 1998, Pokémon Red and Blue were released in North America, where they became an instant sensation. To say that Pokémon fever had taken over the world would be an understatement. From trading cards to the hit animated TV series, Pokémon was everywhere, and everyone wanted to catch 'em all. Now, you might be thinking, but what about Pikachu, the iconic face of Pokémon? Well, Pikachu's rise to fame is an interesting story in itself. Originally, Pokémon Red and Green featured Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle as the 3 starter Pokémon. However, when the games were adapted into an animated TV series, the creators decided they needed a mascot who would be both cute and appealing to a wider audience. Enter Pikachu, the adorable electric mouse who would become the loyal companion of the show's protagonist, Ash Ketchum. The show's success cemented Pikachu as the face of the franchise and a beloved character worldwide. As the years went by, the Pokémon franchise continued to grow and evolve, just like the creatures themselves. New generations of games and Pokémon were introduced, expanding the Pokémon universe and keeping fans hooked. From the Johto region in Pokémon Gold and Silver, to the Galar region in Pokémon Sword and Shield, each new adventure brought with it fresh excitement and challenges for trainers to conquer. And let's not forget the spin-offs. Pokémon has seen its fair share of creative adaptations, including the photography-based Pokémon Snap, the dungeon-crawling Pokémon Mystery Dungeon series, and even the quirky Pokémon-themed typing tutor, Learn with Pokémon, Typing Adventure. But perhaps the most groundbreaking of these spin-offs was the augmented reality sensation, Pokémon Go. Released in 2016, this mobile game took the world by storm, as players ventured outside to catch virtual Pokémon in the real world. Pokémon Go was a testament to the franchise's enduring appeal, reigniting the passion of longtime fans and introducing a whole new generation to the world of Pokémon. Of course, no historical account of Pokémon would be complete without mentioning the impact it has had on popular culture. From the Pokémon trading card game, which became a playground staple, to the countless toys, plushies, and other merchandise, Pokémon has left an indelible mark on the world. The franchise has even infiltrated the realms of music and cinema, with the catchy Pokémon theme and the heartwarming Detective Pikachu film. But, beyond its commercial success, Pokémon has created a sense of community and shared nostalgia that transcends borders and generations. It has taught us values such as perseverance, friendship, and the importance of believing in ourselves. Pokémon has inspired countless fan creations, from artwork and fanfiction to competitive battling communities and charity events like Pokémon for Progress. As we look back on the history of Pokémon, it's incredible to think that it all started with a young boy's love for catching bugs and a dream to bring that joy to children everywhere. Satoshi Tajiri's vision has grown into a worldwide phenomenon that continues to delight fans and capture the imaginations of millions. So, as we continue to embark on new Pokémon adventures and await the next generation of games and creatures, let's take a moment to appreciate this timeless saga and the joy it has brought to so many. After all, in the words of the Pokémon theme, it's you and me, and I know it's my destiny. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the history of Pokémon. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow trainers. And, as always, stay tuned for more captivating tales from timeless sagas. Until next time, happy catching, and remember, gotta catch 'em all.